Welcome back to more Alan Wake Remastered. This, for some odd reason, didn't... I don't know. Usually when I put the application to sleep...
Baby, the power's out. There's no light. Come back to bed and I'll make you forget all about your fear.
My fear?
But as I was saying, that was weird for me, because usually when I put I close the application, go to YouTube or whatever, put the thing to sleep, it doesn't close me out of the application. But for some odd reason, when I clicked on it, it was like, yeah, I just, restarting. So, TV shows found 14 of 14, 10 of 11, 18 of 25. Oh, there's still 7?
It's your fear. Why aren't you afraid? You're not Alice. Turn the lights on now. Where's the clicker? What did
It
you do
is.
with it?
Alan, honey, you're still 1 foot in a dream. You're not making any sense. Come back to bed.
Man, screw you. Screw you. I'm out of here.
Alan, you're scaring me now. Come back to bed. You take
Bro.
pills? You want me to call Dr. Hartman?
Yeah, now I know you're not real.
I wrote
Crazy.
your manuscript. It's brilliant. Departure is your best weapon. You're a genius. I'm so proud of you. Come back
Don't
to
trust
bed.
you.
Let's not going back in the morning.
No? Is it in the bathroom? Nope, that's locked. Alright. And in the kitchen? It's not in the kitchen. So far. Could be. What do I know?
Come back to bed, Alan. Come back to bed, Tom.
My name isn't Tom. Who the hell do you think I am? I'll flash a light in front of your face and this time. Oh, don't look back, Alan. Come on now. Yeah, give me that clicker, bitch. Thomas?
You must find your way to the cabin. It stands in your way. It won't let you pass. It has no heart. It's filled with darkness. You must fill its heart with light. Don't mind him. He's Mr. Your friends will meet him when you're gone. Use the clicker.
Your friends will meet him when you're gone. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. Is that the person Alice finds screaming at her face in the AWE Control DLC? Oh, wait, what's that say? Shopping cart. Bird phone barrel. What does that say? Thermos, bird. Get out of here. Barrel. Not yet. I want to uncover everything. Crate. Telephone pole. What happened to my thing? I followed the idea of a path. Okay.
I'm leaving you.
What?
I'm leaving you. I'm not someone. I'm in love with someone else.
Alice? No, what are you saying? You can't.
You don't love me. You don't even know yourself. All you do is torture yourself with work you can't do anymore.
No, I love you more than anything in the world. You're my muse. Who are you? What have you done to my Alice?
Considering some stuff, you know, hasn't happened yet. I don't know about that one. I'd written myself across the ocean. Is there a trophy for this? I doubt it.
You're not my Barbara.
Zane, Barbara.
Please untie my naughty boy.
What
I
the
will
hell?
rewrite your masterpiece. I will love you forever.
No, you're not Barbara Jagger. I made a
Barbara.
terrible mistake. I should have never written you back. You came back wrong. Your heart is filled with darkness.
Put that knife away, Thomas. Put it down.
My heart is filled with darkness. Cut it out. Let's get back to the desert, baby.
Filled with darkness. Does it say bird log cabin? Or leg? This is an interesting way to get to the cabin.
Get away from me, you hag. Where am
Alice.
I? Let me go.
Your husband refused to do as he was told. All he had to do was write what I wanted him to write. Now it's too late. It's his fault. You'll stay here forever.
Yeah, that's pretty selfish. Alright. Nothing in here.
Now you will never get her back.
Oh.
I am much older than you. Older than your first work of art. I will find a new face to wear. Someone else to dream me free.
I could feel Alice's presence close by. I understood what I had to do now. I knew how to write the ending to Departure. There's light and there's darkness. Cause and effect. There's guilt and there's atonement. But the scales always need to balance. Everything has a price. That's where Zane had gone wrong. There's a long journey through the night back into the light.
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
It's a lot of time lapse. It's not a lake, it's an ocean. What the fuck does that mean? A hard-boiled writer? I like to see myself as a hard-boiled writer. You know, say, oh no, don't do this. Don't, don't do this. stab her with the dosage. Like they could have done something similar to that, where you've got to like make your way to Barbara, avoiding the dark obstacles she's throwing at you. So you can stick your hand in her hole, right where her heart's supposed to be. That you know she doesn't have because you read about it in Thomas Zane's thing. And then you press the clicker. Obviously, like if they would have done something like that, I think that would have been a little more engaging than just a cutscene. Like literally, there is no trial. There is no. I guess you could say there's no stakes, right? After you defeat the tornado, like that tornado might as well be the final boss fight of this game, which is weird to think about because there's not that many boss fights in this game in general. Not that many. If you can even consider them boss fights, they're just tougher taken. Like obviously you have Lucky, I don't know, the guy you're supposed to get the keys from to begin with. You know, like that would have been fine. Oh, Sam Lake. That's the dude who was sitting next to Alan Wake on the TV show. That's funny. But yeah, you have like the gas station dude. You have Rusty, right? You have the guy from the clinic, Hartman's right hand man. Then you have several times where there's like two of the fast moving dudes throughout the game. There's like a couple moments like that. And yeah, there's just not that. Like this game doesn't have a genuine boss. And then you can probably count like the heavy machinery things. There's like 3 heavy machinery moments in this game that I can think of that might be considered boss fights. Obviously, you have the first one where they send waves of enemies at you, which is the toughest one. Then you have the one at Valhalla, right before you go to the Anderson's house. And then you have the one at the end of the game in the scrapyard. Right? Those could be considered boss fights. So overall, there's not that many boss fights in this game. But you know, I do like it. I do like the story. I think the lines are delivered weird. They're not delivered naturally. I don't know. There's something off. There's something B movie feeling about the way the dialogue is delivered in this game. Compared to Control, like Control's dialogue feels natural. It sounds right. It is very good voice acting, is what it is. Like very good voice acting. Control has really good voice acting. Its story is still as weird. It adds way more lore and way more terminology to the game because obviously it's the Federal Bureau of Control. Literally. The literal government agency that goes out and collects and investigates and gathers all the knowledge on the altered objects and AWEs. So of course it's going to have all the terminology, all like the proper terms and everything. Like in this game, they're called Taken. Right? Those are the enemies in this game. Taken. The things you have to do the flashlights on. But you've learned and controlled that the proper name for them are AWEs. They're not Hiss, because Hiss is like pretty much like Matt Yeagle. Wow, I've never seen that. Yeagle. That's literally my name, but with a Y. My last name. Ah, Children of the Elder God. That's so cool. Coconut? What the hell? I'm guessing these are like the end chapter songs. I don't know. The end chapter songs are all good. They're all fun. But yeah, like I don't know. I really enjoyed the story. I think the voice acting is a little weird. That's the only thing I don't like about this game, and it's not even that I don't like it. It's that I don't. I wish it felt more like Control, and the way the lines were delivered. Because everybody sounds off. Everybody sounds B movie-ish. There's not that many characters in this game that sound natural. Honestly. And even the ones that do sound kind of close to being natural are caricatures. Or caricatures. Like Barry. Barry Wheeler, like, his lines are delivered well. They're nice. They're natural. But he's a caricature. He's your agent caricature. Nightingale, his lines are delivered well. But he's a hard cop on edge caricature. Sunstop, written by Alan Wake. Departure, written by Alan Wake. Alan Wake's journey through the night will continue. Is that alluding to the DLC or a sequel? I don't know. Boom. Alan Wake Entertainment Remastered. But yeah, so that's not what I wanted. That is Control. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. I wish the game, I don't know, I wish the lines and the dialogue were delivered better and naturally. I wish you had like a more engaging thing with Barbara at the end. Like I said, something similar to where in 7, where you go back up to the guest house attic or whatever, and you have to like struggle to make your way to Evelyn to stab her with the syringe. Because obviously she's like screaming at you or something like that, and you have to like block in order to make your way to her. Like, I don't know, something like that. Like, maybe she throws stuff at you and you have to use her flashlight to get closer to her, and then once you get closer to her, the cutscene happens where you put your hand through her chest and press the clicker. I have no issue with the cliffhanger ending. I have no issue with that. I saw it coming a mile away because I already played AWE Control, so I already know what's going on. The one thing that interested me the most in that last cutscene was the cutscene with Thomas Zane. And you look to your left, and there's a Alan Wake that is smiling creepily. That like untrustworthy looking dude, and he calls him. Thomas says, "When you leave, everybody will meet Mr. Scratch," or something like that. Basically says when you disappear, everybody will see Mr. Scratch. So he's basically saying, hey, you're gonna disappear, and if anybody sees you, it's gonna be this fucking creep. Right? And it's Mr. Scratch. So they called him Mr. Scratch. So here's my thing. In the AWE Control DLC, at the very end of that DLC, in the room where you fight Dr. Hartman, there's a lot of papers around the room that you can look at that add more lore. Obviously, not necessarily to Dr. Hartman, but to Alice Wake and her time at the Bureau and what she was struggling with. And it was because at night, you know, she would see her husband running at, like, screaming at her. And this is after Wake had disappeared. And, you know, she's a photographer, so she has, like, all these cameras and motion, and she captures pictures of him, captures a picture of him, and goes to the FBC and shows them the picture. And you see the picture, and it is Alan, like, a figure of Alan Wake, a Alan Wake lookalike, running towards her screaming. And I wonder if the person in that picture is Mr. Scratch, as Zane called him. Why he's called Mr. Scratch, I don't know. Maybe he scratches people. That's his thing. He's supposed to creep people out, I guess. I don't know. But it's weird. Whatever it is. Whatever it is, it's weird. And I don't necessarily like, but, you know. No, we could really do about it. But yeah, I wonder if Mr. Scratch is that the dude in the picture that Mrs. Wake takes a picture of. Like in 2017 or something like that. It was either 2014 or 2017, I think is when they said she took that picture, which is like 4 to 7 years after the events of this game, by the way. I'm pretty sure this game takes place in the year it came out, right? 2010? September of 2010. So, like, episode 2 takes place at September 9th, and the FBC isn't aware of the events going on in Bright Falls until the 13th. Yeah, so that means 4 days. So, 5 days actually. The FBC learns of the Bright Falls activity 5 days after it starts. Because remember, episode 2 doesn't take place on day 1, it takes place on day 2. So that's interesting. So it took the FBC 5 days to learn that stuff was going on in Bright Falls. Because that's when somebody finally delivered the information to Kirkland. I don't know. The lore and story diveness in this game is astronomical, and I could probably go on for ages, honestly. But I'm not gonna bore you. And I think there's 2 DLC to this game, and we'll do those in the next episode. And maybe I could delve more into my head of lore, I guess. But until then, I hope you have a great day. That is the finale of the main story. Fun. Uh, yeah, I hope you have a great day. Remember, only you can be the best you could possibly be. If you like the video, that'd be amazing. Dream down below and find all those buttons. Pet Momo while you're there. Pet her on the head. Scratch her underneath the chin. Rub the side of her cheek. She loves her head being rubbed and stuff and petted. And ta-ta for now.